Hey there. I am just getting out of the gym and there was a message that wanted to come through about breaking through the rut, the cycle, the pattern. I want to give everybody a few minutes to pop on. I know this is totally impromptu, and I'm going to come back later today to talk about what's happening in, there's a lot happening. Would you agree? There's a lot happening, and I want to share more about what that looks like and how it's playing out in your life. You know, essentially what we're doing is we're moving into a power paradigm, and anything that's not like the power paradigm is going to come to the surface. And so today I wanted to just pop on quick before I jump in the shower and just share what came through on the Stairmaster today. I have a love-hate relationship with the Stairmaster. Hey Vanessa, hey Amanda. And I love it because of what it does for my body, and I hate it. Actually, my body hates it because of what it does for my smallness, my limitations, my fears. So essentially, the point of today's message is that if you're in a rut, if you're in a cycle or a pattern that you can't break, you have to do something different. You have to shake things up in your life. What's happening on the way that I see it is that we are going through a lot of integration. So we are integrating there's so much integration happening, integrating our souls into our bodies, are bringing balance of masculine and femininity in. And the way that I see it, it's almost like, putting something into a cup that's already full, and what is not meant to be in that cup has to go. And that's what we're going through on a physical, energetic, and spiritual level. And so when we're finding ourselves in these patterns and, we're being drawn, right? You're being drawn forward. You're being drawn to something more. Something more is wanting to come through you. And so to shift, start creating a change in the way that you are moving throughout your day. Maybe you want to set your alarm a couple of hours earlier and just kind of break the whole cycle and shake your system up. If you're in this pattern of waking up, doing your morning routine, having your tea, bringing the kids to school, coming back, doing a little writing, it's like, how can you shake that up? And then even more so, how can you shake up your body? Because what's inside of our bodies are the energies that we're holding of the limiting belief systems, of the energy of the traumas, energy of the fears. And so when I'm on the Stairmaster, I can witness, as I'm pushing myself further and further, what starts to come up is, it's too hard. I could have a heart attack. All these, my knees hurt, my back hurts, and it's all bullshit. Because we are infinite beings. What's really coming up are the fears that are underlying, that are limiting in other ways. And the way that I see it is as I'm sweating, these fears are popping up, right? What happens is that when we start to recognize these fears, we get caught up too much in the fears and trying to resolve them. And this is where it's about surrender and pushing yourself further, not paying attention to what the mind thoughts are, and just remembering you are an infinite being. And whatever is coming up that feels like a limitation or a fear or lack or insecurity really is ready to be released. And so remember, you're an infinite being. Push yourself further, change up your pattern. It's really like, if we're in this pattern of this same routine over and over again, we're on this like metaphorical hamster wheel. And the way to shift through is to break up that pattern. So take a look at your life. How can you change things up a little bit? Can you wake up earlier? Can you do a workout in the morning? Can you push yourself over just that little edge? Can you get on a live stream and share what you're thinking and what you're feeling and what you're going through and what you have to share in the world? That's what I'm really seeing, is that those of you that have something to share with the world, that who you are as an essence, even just without any agenda or any expectations or anything, just showing up because who you are is going to have a ripple effect on the world. This is really These are amazing, amazing times. And we're all being shaken up a little bit. Just don't get caught up in the shake up. Keep looking forward. Even, put yourself outside your comfort zone, because that's where the shift is going to happen, right? So if you jump on a live, you're going to feel all the feelings, going to a networking event, putting yourself on online dating, you're going to feel all the feelings, but just think of those as little parasites that are going to pop out as you take that step forward, and knowing that you have an end mind and goal, whether it's an online business, being more authentic, sharing your voice, sharing your art, getting out into the world and dating, finding love, attracting more friendships in your tribe and pulling them in. You have to get up, because if we're on that hamster wheel, if you do what you've always done, you're going to get what you always got. So no, when you're pushing your edge, all the crap in the way is going to come to the surface. Just don't get caught up in it. I think that's all I had to say today. I'm actually going to do another live. If I can get my stuff together, it'll be at 12:30 in about an hour Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to talk a little bit more about what this power paradigm is, what's happening, and how you can move through it. It's a little bit about what I just shared now, but going a little bit deeper. And so thanks for popping on. If this resonated with you, give me a little heart and say hello and leave me a message. These are fascinating times, and I'm so glad you popped on. Thank you. Hey, hey, Zeph, how's it going? I know I had to put a little bit of a filter on here because I'm just out of the gym and I'm a little sweaty. Hey, Eric, thanks for popping on. Hi, Rose. Hey, Christopher, nice to see you. Found me, Angela. If you didn't catch it all, please pop back in the beginning. But, hopefully you got the gist of it. It is about pushing the edge and knowing that what's going on in your mind is just about filtering out, clearing out, and really integrating the body, the physical body, your physical body in the process of transformation and change, and breaking that cycle and the pattern and the rut. Because our body is going through this transformation and ascension process too. And so while our mind might be on board, our energy may be on board, is your body on board? Awesome. Watch the replay. Hey, Vanessa, you're welcome. Thanks for popping on. Vanessa says, can you talk about how this applies to considering a breakup? Thank you. Yeah, let me tune into that. Well, can you say more, Vanessa, about how it applies to a breakup? So what I'm sensing is that there's a part that is like you're wanting to move forward, but you're feeling like you're getting pulled back in, right? I'm just going to address that piece because that's what's coming through as I tuned into the energy. It may be for you or for someone else on this live. But what I see is that, so when it comes to a breakup and we're wanting to move forward, right? But then something keeps pulling us back, or it's hard, or, we get caught up in the emotions, or, we're telling our stories, or what happens is, like, as the breakup starts, then we start to see all of the great things about this person. And then we think about their potential and, what's possible. And you really want to take a look at, real honest look at, like, at where am I settling? Where am I compromising with what I really want? If I was to really draw out the partnership that I want to have in my life, is this the ideal partnership? Because a lot of what I see is that it's not so much about, it's really so much about how great can we allow it to be. I was talking to a girlfriend not too long ago, and she is going through a breakup, and she is like trying to make it work and, seeing the potential. And if only he did this, and if only he did that, and if only he was here. And what I really saw for her is that she had potential to really dive into something within herself that could be greater and grander. And that's where she recognized that, yeah, I'm actually holding myself back. Now, so what happens is that when we tune into that thing that we really want, that the grandest desire, where is it going? Hold on, grandest desire. Oh, what we do is we can even hold space for our partner to show up in that space as well. right? So when we're settling inside a relationship, we're holding that settling energy for the person to join us there. When we open up and we, say, this is what I really want, this is who I'm going to be showing up in this relationship, it creates an energetic dynamic for all parties to show up in. Now, if the other, if it's not meant to be, the person will float off. And I know that's hard for the human experience, but know that what you desire is totally possible because it's within your heart. And so when we're afraid of letting go, when we're getting pulled back into relationships, it's taking a look at what is my greatest desire, and then what is pulling me back. Is it from a wounded space? Is it from a fearful space? Is it some thoughts that say, what are my thoughts? What are my beliefs about either being not being in a relationship, or what won't be available for me, or what it would be like, through the process of separation. Let me see if you responded about that. No, you didn't. So let me know if that resonates for you, Angela. Spot on. Oh, good. You're welcome. All right, guys, I'm going to keep this short. I'm come back. I'll check any of the messages or any other questions that you have on here, but I'm going to pop on, and this afternoon I'll put a notification out. Actually, if you go to my profile and you click notifications, you'll find out when I go live. I'm going to be talking more about the power paradigm and how you can move through this empowered, because it's a tricky little thing that us humans are going through right now. And it's actually super fascinating and fun. So I want to offer this information. And yeah, thanks for popping on.